You're planning to put outdoor decorations up. Lukas Suzano with Davey Tree has some tips to keep your trees happy and healthy.
Fall is here, and with the holidays upon us, trees across the state will play host to large outdoor hanging ornaments, Christmas lights, and more. Hi, my name is Lukas with the Davey Tree Expert Company, and today I'd like to talk to you about tree-safe holiday decor. You know that human safety matters when it comes to putting up decor, but did you know that it's important to keep your trees safe too? Here are some things to consider while plotting this year's decorations. Decorative items being nailed or stapled into tree trunks. If you can avoid it, don't nail into your trees. But if you do, try using a variety of nails or screws that don't rust, like aluminum, stainless steel, or galvanized. Don't drill too many holes, as this can stress the tree. And avoid any trees that are already weak or damaged by infection. And avoid nailing into small, thin-barked trees or trees less than 10 inches in diameter. Fake berries. These are a hazard to birds, owls, bats, and other small animals. You're not the only one who thinks they look real. Birds and small mammals may be drawn to the fake berries on your outdoor wreaths or decor, presenting choking and digestive hazards. Holiday string lights. You can safely put them on pretty much any outdoor tree, but avoid young or newly planted trees or trees that are weak or damaged. Make sure to use outdoor use holiday lights to avoid burns or damage to your tree. And same goes for extension cords. And don't forget to remove tree guards or burlap tree covers before hanging lights. And if the lights are to be left on for months, avoid wrapping in a spiral pattern, as this can girdle or strangle parts of the tree, eventually leading to decline or death. And make sure to pick suitable branches for heavier decor to reduce weight stress and possible damage. And while you're up close with your trees, fall is the time to do a quick tree health check. If you spot any of these signs while hanging decor, consider calling an arborist for a tree evaluation. Dead wood or decay, cracks or deep splits extending into the wood of the tree, heavy canopies that could cause storm issues, and mushrooms or fungus at the base of the tree or roots. When in doubt, call a certified arborist like the ones here at Davey Tree, who can address the problems you see, plus the risks hidden to the untrained eye, and they know what issues pose a risk that can be addressed with proper care. Happy holidays.
So much good information right there.
Yes.
Okay, I didn't know about the hammering in of the trees.
Yeah.
We were talking zip ties usually.
That's what I have been using. I had some big decorations that I was hanging in, so I just had some of those really long, super zip ties and kind of wound them around and zipped them on, and it's, knock on wood, seems to be holding.
And you just wrap it around as many times as you can and hope for the best.